So we finished top of the league for once. Hopefully we can do it in the Premier League. Won 8 out of 8. Wasn't the most exciting game, apart from the first half. The first half was very good, but the most important thing about that is that we got the perfect record in the Champions League, and it's the first time any side's done it. Albeit, this format is only in its second season, I believe. Yeah, second season. We're the first team to win all 8 games, and I'm very happy about that. Although the actual game itself, I wasn't really paying attention to it too much because there was obviously other football, and a lot of games had stuff on the line, and we saw some crazy games yesterday. The Benfica game, Chelsea winning it quite late on as well. PSG and Newcastle getting the point at PSG, which means now PSG, Real Madrid are in the playoff spots, so they've got to go through the playoff games, which is crazy. But to be fair, PSG were like 15th last season, and they had to go through a playoff, and then ended up winning the Champions League. So, listen, just because you finish in the top 8 does not mean you're gonna go on to win it. Because let's be real, Tottenham, they're in the top 8. They're so bad in the Premier League, but in the Champions League, they're doing all right. But listen, we've got to talk about the Arsenal game. Not much to really talk about, but there is one thing we kind of do have to talk about, and it's quite important. But first of all, like, sub, and share the content around. Do whatever you have to do to help the channel grow. So we beat Kairat 3-2. It was pretty expected. Yes, 3-2 doesn't really sound like a it was a comfortable game, but it was. Kairat, usual lack of quality. We expected that. Had some massive chances, some big chances missed. Victor Gyökeres, I'm talking to you, by the way, got his goal. Nice goal, although he did fuck it up with the touch at first, but he did get it in the end. To be fair, he should have had about 3 other goals tonight. That sitter that he missed, it was like he was clearing the ball out. If you didn't know that was Gyökeres, and we were playing in black and white, you would think that was a centre-back clearing it out. That's how crazy that miss was. And he had another chance as well. And to be fair, the goal that Gabriel Martinelli scored, it's hard to tell whether it actually was going in from the initial what do you call it? From the initial shot from Gyökeres. But listen, it doesn't matter. I'm sure he doesn't really care either. But there's one player we have to talk about, and there's one player that we also got to talk about in a bad way. The good person we got to talk about is Kai Havertz. He ran that game in the first half. I've never seen Kai Havertz pull strings like that ever. Because I didn't really watch him at Leverkusen, and to be fair, that was quite a while ago. He never really showed that at Chelsea. And yes, it's bottom of the league, Kairat. We know that. However, and look, listen, whether he gets that amount of space in the Premier League, I don't think he will. I don't think he can play like that in the Premier League. But there's one thing that he does so well, that he did so well over what Odegaard does. He was direct, he was forward. Odegaard is way too passive to play as a number 10. Like I said, as a number 8, I would not mind him at all. As a number 10 and the captain, no. He can't be playing. And to be fair, I would give it a shot against, who have we got on the weekend, Leeds. I'd give it a shot against them this week, honestly. Odegaard does not fill me with confidence at all. I would maybe want to start Eze, but to be fair, Eze weren't really good tonight. And listen, we know Havertz and Odegaard are two of our favourite players. If you're going to start Odegaard, don't. Just start Kai Havertz if you really need to. And that's one combination I wouldn't really mind seeing, just to see what it's like. Gyökeres and Havertz, two players that, they can link up. Because one thing about Kai Havertz is the link-up play is actually really good. The complete opposite in terms of Gyökeres, but we know Gyökeres is a better finisher. Why not play them both together? Why not? Maybe not at Leeds at the weekend. Maybe against Sunderland at home. Maybe not in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. But maybe in a game, at some point this season, just try it again. Because it works well. Because Gyökeres was actually feeding off Kai Havertz. When have we ever seen Gyökeres feed off Odegaard? I don't think he's ever assisted Gyökeres ever, from what I can remember. And look, to be fair, I'm not saying that I rate Gyökeres now, because I don't. I still think he is a massive, he's not a good footballer. And yeah, he scored a goal tonight, fair play. But even that goal was a bit booky, and he should have scored a few more as well. But listen, just be in the right place at the right time. That's all you need to be as a striker. If you're not going to provide for us technically, if you're not going to provide for us in terms of link-up play, just be in the right place at the right time. That's all we ask. And tonight he was. And to be fair, on another day he probably scores a hat-trick. But I think, well, apart from that, there isn't really much to actually talk about. Eze wasn't good today. I don't think Eze was that good. He wasn't bad, but he didn't really do anything to warrant a start at the weekend. Madueke, oh my God, this guy is terrible. This guy is awful. But yeah, we apparently robbed Chelsea in terms of getting him for a good value. That's what I've been seeing on Twitter. Well, that's what I did see on Twitter. And to be fair, I'm one that said I want to give Madueke a chance in the Premier League. The reason I say that is because Bukayo Saka has been stinking it out. But let's be real, we got two massively off-form wingers at the minute. 13 games without a goal for Bukayo Saka, and about a year since Madueke last scored a Premier League goal, and that was for Chelsea as well. But yeah, listen, Arsenal 3, Kairat 2. Not really much to talk about, but we got a bit out of that show. They scored a couple goals, whatever in it. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, listen, Kai Havertz, fair play, mate. Kai Havertz ran that show. But yeah, like, sub and share the content around, and I'll see you lot in a bit.